Harry, Ron and the twins,
Hey guys, it's me, the Gaming Legend, and today I'm going to be playing some more Minecraft Survival. Now, this is the second episode of my new series, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. I did a little bit
Did someone say Mad
off
Eye?
YouTube, and
What's he been up to now?
sorry, I got a bit of a cold, and yeah, I did a little bit off YouTube, got some more bread.
He that nutter. Your father thinks very highly of Mad Eye, said Mrs. Weasley sternly. Yeah, well, Dad could have said Fred quietly. Mrs. Weasley left the room.
And yeah,
Rudy was
so
a great
today,
wizard in his time, said Bill.
I reckon
It's
I'll
old
make
friend
an iron
Dumbledore,
pick.
is he? Dumbledore's not what you call normal, though, is he? Said Fred. I mean, I know he's a genius and everything. Who is Mad Eye? Asked Harry. He's retired. Used to work at the ministry, said Charlie. I met him once when Dad took me to work with him. He was an augur, one of the best, a dark wizard catcher, he added, seeing Harry's blank look. Half the cells in Azkaban are full because of him. He made himself loads of enemies, though.
So today it's like last. Oh yeah, I found this ravine, but I decided I'm not going to explore it until
dark wizards everywhere.
I'm back on
Bill and Charlie
YouTube.
decided
I
to come
see
and see
light
everyone
down
off
there,
at
but I
King's Cross
kind of want to get
Station.
some
But
torches.
Percy, apologising most profusely, said that he really needed to get to work. I just can't justify taking more time off at the moment, he told them. Mr. Crouch is really starting to rely on me. Yeah, you know what, Percy, said George seriously. I reckon he'll know your name soon. Mrs. Weasley had braved the telephone in the village post office to order 3 ordinary muggle
Sorry,
taxis to take
I'm
them
just
to London.
really into Harry
After
Potter at the
trying to
moment.
borrow ministry cars for us, Mrs. Weasley whispered to Harry as they stood in the rain-washed yard, watching the taxi drivers heaving 6 heavy Hogwarts trunks into their cars. But there weren't any to spare. Oh dear, they don't look happy, do they? Harry didn't like to tell Mrs. Weasley that Muggle taxi drivers rarely transported overexcited owls, and Pigwidgeon was making an ear-splitting racket. Nor did it help that a number of Dr. Filibuster's fabulous no-heat, wet-start fireworks went off unexpectedly when Fred's trunk sprang open, causing the driver carrying it to yell with fright and pain as Crookshanks clawed his way up the man's leg. The journey was uncomfortable, owing to the fact that they were jammed in the back of the taxis with their trunks. Crookshanks took quite a while to recover from the fireworks, and by the time they entered London, Harry, Ron and Hermione were all severely scratched. They were very relieved to get out of King's Cross, even though the rain was coming down harder than ever, and they got soaked carrying their trunks across the busy road into the station. Harry was used to getting onto platform 9 and 3/4 by now. It was a simple matter of walking straight through the apparently solid barrier dividing platforms 9 and 10. The only tricky part was doing this in an unobtrusive way, so as to avoid attracting Muggle attention. They did it in groups today. Harry, Ron and Hermione, the most conspicuous, as they were accompanied by Pigwidgeon and Crookshanks, went first. They leant casually against the barrier, chatting unconcernedly, and slid sideways through it. And as they did so, platform 9 and 3/4 materialized in front of them. The Hogwarts Express, a gleaming scarlet steam engine, was already there, clouds of steam billowing from it, through which the many Hogwarts students and parents on the platform appeared like dark ghosts. Pigwidgeon became noisier than ever in response to the hooting of many owls through the mist. Harry, Ron and Hermione set off to find seats, and were soon stowing their luggage in a compartment halfway along the train. They then hopped back down onto the platform to say goodbye to Mrs. Weasley, Bill and Charlie. I might be seeing you all sooner than you think, said Charlie, grinning as he hugged Ginny goodbye. Why? Said Fred keenly. You'll see, said Charlie. "Just don't tell Percy I mentioned it. It's classified information until such time as the Ministry sees fit to release it, after all." "Yeah, I sort of wish I was back at Hogwarts this year," said Bill, hands in his pockets, looking almost wistfully at the train. "Why?" said George impatiently. "You're going to have an interesting year," said Bill, his eyes twinkling. "I might even get time off to come and watch a bit of it." "A bit of what?" said Ron. But at that moment the whistle blew, and Mrs. Weasley chivied them towards the train doors. "Thanks for having us to stay, Mrs. Weasley," said Hermione, as they climbed on board, closed the door, and leant out of the window to talk to her. "Yeah, thanks for everything, Mrs. Weasley," said Harry. "Oh, it was my pleasure, dears," said Mrs. Weasley. "I'd invited you for Christmas, but, well, I expect you're all going to want to stay at Hogwarts, what with one thing and another." "Mum," said Ron irritably, "what do you three know that we don't?" "You'll find out this evening, I expect," said Mrs. Weasley, smiling. "It's going to be very exciting. Mind you, I'm very glad they've changed the rules." "What rules?" said Harry, Ron, Fred and George together. "I'm sure Professor Dumbledore will tell you. Now, behave, won't you? Won't you, Fred? And you, George?" The pistons hissed loudly, and the train began to move.
No.
"Tell us what's happening at Hogwarts!" Fred bellowed out of the window as Mrs. Weasley, Bill and Charlie sped away from them. "What rules are they changing?" But Mrs. Weasley only smiled and waved. Before the train had rounded the corner, she, Bill and Charlie had disapparated. Harry, Ron and Hermione went back to their compartment. The thick rain splattering the windows made it very difficult to see out of them. Ron undid his trunk, pulled out his maroon dress robes, and flung them over Pigwidgeon's cage to muffle his hooting. "Bagman wanted to tell us what's happening at Hogwarts," he said grumpily, sitting down next to Harry. "At the World Cup, remember? But my own mother won't say. Wonder what—" "Shh!" Hermione whispered suddenly, pressing her finger to her lips and pointing towards the compartment next to theirs. Harry and Ron listened and heard a familiar drawling voice drifting in through the open door. "Father actually considered sending me to Durmstrang rather than Hogwarts, you know. He knows the headmaster, you see. Well, you know he's a pretty Dumbledore. The man's such a mudblood lover, and Durmstrang doesn't admit that sort of riffraff. But Mother didn't like the idea of me going to school so far away. Father says Durmstrang takes a far more sensible line than Hogwarts about the dark arts. Durmstrang students actually learn them, not just the defence rubbish we do." Hermione got up, tiptoed to the compartment door, and slid it shut, blocking out Malfoy's voice. "So, he thinks Durmstrang would have suited him, does he?" she said angrily. "I wish he had gone, then we wouldn't have had to put up with him." "Durmstrang's another wizarding school," said Harry. "Yes," said Hermione, sniffing, "and it's got a horrible reputation. According to an appraisal of magical education in Europe, it puts a lot of emphasis on the dark arts." "I think I've heard of it," said Ron vaguely. "Where is it? What country?" "Well, nobody knows, do they?" said Hermione, raising her eyebrows. Why not?" said Harry. "There's traditionally been a lot of rivalry between all the magic schools. Durmstrang and Beauxbaton like to conceal their whereabouts so nobody can steal their secrets," said Hermione matter-of-factly. "Come off it," said Ron, starting to laugh. "Durmstrang's going to be about the same size as Hogwarts. How are you going to hide a dirty great castle?" "But Hogwarts is hidden," said Hermione in surprise. "Everyone knows that. Well, everyone who's read Hogwarts: A History, anyway." "Just you, then," said Ron. "So go on, how do you hide a place like Hogwarts?" "It's bewitched," said Hermione. "If a muggle looks at it, all they see is a mouldering old ruin with a sign over the entrance saying, 'Danger, do not enter, unsafe.' So Durmstrang will look just like a ruin to an outsider too." "Maybe," said Hermione, shrugging. "Or it might have muggle-repelling charms on it, like the World Cup stadium. and to keep foreign wizards from finding it, they'll have made it unplottable. Come again? Well, you could enchant a building so it's impossible to plot on a map, can't you? If you say so, said Harry. But I think Durmstrang must be somewhere in the far north, said Hermione thoughtfully. Somewhere very cold, because they've got fur capes as part of their uniforms. Think of the possibilities, said Ron dreamily. It would have been so easy to push Malfoy off a glacier and make it look like an accident. Shame his mother likes him. The rain became heavier and heavier as the train moved further north. The sky was so dark and the windows so steamy that the lanterns were lit by midday. The lunch trolley came rattling along the corridor, and Harry bought a large stack of cauldron cakes for them to share. Several of their friends looked in on them as the afternoon progressed, including Seamus Finnegan, Dean Thomas, and Neville Longbottom, a round-faced, extremely forgetful boy who had been brought up by his formidable witch of a grandmother. Seamus was still wearing his Ireland rosette. Some of its magic seemed to be wearing off now. It was still squeaking, Troy, Mullet, Moran, but in a very feeble and exhausted sort of way. After half an hour or so, Hermione, growing tired of the endless Quidditch talk, buried herself once more in the Standard Book of Spells, Grade 4, and started trying to learn a summoning charm. Neville listened jealously to the others' conversation as they relived the cup match. Gran didn't want to go, he said.
Sorry if I'm not talking that much, it's just pretty...
It sounded amazing.
It's all pretty boring.
It was, said Ron. Look at this, Neville. He rummaged in his trunk up in the luggage rack and pulled out a miniature figure of Victor Crumb. Oh, wow, said Neville enviously as Ron tipped Crumb onto his pudgy hand. We saw him right up close as well, said Ron. We were in the top box. For the first and last time in your life, Draco Malfoy had appeared in the doorway. Behind him stood Crabbe and Goyle, his enormous, thuggish cronies, both of whom appeared to have grown at least a foot during the summer. Evidently, they had overheard the conversation through the compartment door, which Dean and Seamus had left ajar. Don't remember asking you to join us, Malfoy, said Harry cruelly. Weasley, what is that? Said Malfoy, pointing at Pigwidgeon's cage. A sleeve of Ron's dress robes was dangling from it, swaying with the motion of the train, the mouldy lace cuff very obvious. Ron made to stuff the robes out of sight, but Malfoy was too quick for him. He seized the sleeve and pulled. Look, this, said Malfoy in ecstasy, holding up Ron's robes and showing Crabbe and Goyle. Weasley, you weren't thinking of wearing these, were you? I mean, they were very fashionable in about 1890. Eat done, Malfoy, said Ron, the same colour as the dress robe, as he snatched them back out of Malfoy's grip. Malfoy howled with derisive laughter. Crabbe and Goyle guffawed stupidly.
Oh no,
So,
I'm so dead.
going to enter, Weasley? Going to try and bring a bit of glory to the family name? There's money involved as well, you know. You'd be able to afford some decent robes if you won. What are you talking about? Snapped Ron. Are you going to enter? Malfoy repeated. I suppose you will, Potter. You never get a chance to show off, do you? Either explain what you're on about or go away, Malfoy, said Hermione testily over the top of the Standard Book of Spells, Grade 4. A gleeful smile spread across Malfoy's pale face. Don't tell me you don't know, he said delightedly. You've got a father and brother at the ministry and you don't even know. My God, my father told me about it ages ago. Heard it from Cornelius Fudge. But then father's always associated with the top people of the ministry. Maybe your father's too junior to know about it, Weasley. Yes, they probably don't talk about important stuff in front of him. Laughing once more, Malfoy beckoned to Crabbe and Goyle, and the three of them disappeared. Ron got to his feet and slammed the sliding compartment door so hard behind them that the glass shattered.
Anyway.
"Ron!" said Hermione reproachfully, and she pulled out her wand, muttered, "Reparo," and the glass shards flew back into a single pane and back into the door. "Well, making it look like he knows everything and we don't," Ron snarled. "Father's always associated with the top people at the ministry. Dad could have got promotion any time. He just likes it where he is." "Of course he does," said Hermione. "Don't let Malfoy get to you, Ron." "Him? Get to me? As if," said Ron, picking up one of the remaining cauldron cakes and squashing it into a pulp. Ron's bad mood continued for the rest of the journey. He didn't talk much as they changed into their school robes, and was still glowering when the Hogwarts Express slowed down at last and finally stopped in the pitch darkness of Hogsmeade Station. As the train doors opened, there was a rumble of thunder overhead. Hermione bundled Crookshanks up in her cloak, and Ron left his dress robes over Pigwidgeon as they left the train, heads bent and eyes narrowed against the downpour. The rain was now coming down so thick and fast that it was as though buckets of ice-cold water were being emptied repeatedly over their heads. "Hi, Hagrid!" Harry yelled, seeing a gigantic silhouette at the far end of the platform. "All right, Harry!" Hagrid bellowed back, waving. "See you at the feast if we don't drown!" First years traditionally reached Hogwarts Castle by sailing across the lake with Hagrid. "I wouldn't fancy crossing the lake in this weather," said Hermione fervently, shivering as they inched slowly along the dark platform with the rest of the crowd. 100 horseless carriages stood waiting for them outside the station. Harry, Ron, Hermione and Neville climbed quickly into one of them. The door shut with a snap, and a few moments later, with a great lurch, the long procession of carriages was rumbling and splashing its way up the track towards Hogwarts Castle. Chapter 12. The Tri-Wizard Tournament. These gates, flanked with statues of winged boars, and up the sweeping drive the carriages trundled, straying dangerously in what was fast becoming a gale. Leaning against the window, Harry could see Hogwarts coming nearer, its many lighted windows blurred and shimmering behind the thick curtain of rain. Lightning flashed across the sky as their carriage came to a halt before the great oak front door, which stood at the top of a flight of stone steps. People who had occupied the carriages in front were already hurrying up the stone steps into the castle. Harry, Ron, Hermione and Neville jumped down from their carriage and dashed up the steps too, looking up only when they were safely inside the cavernous, torch-lit entrance hall with its magnificent marble staircase. "Blimey," said Ron, shaking his head and sending water everywhere. "If that keeps up, the lake's going to overflow. I'm so... Ah!" A large, red, water-filled balloon had dropped from out of the ceiling onto Ron's head and exploded. Drenched and spluttering, Ron staggered sideways into Harry. Just as a second water bomb dropped, narrowly missing Hermione, it burst at Harry's feet, sending a wave of cold water over his training into his socks. People all around them shrieked and started pushing each other in their efforts to get out of the line of fire. Harry looked up and saw, floating 20 feet above them, Peeves the poltergeist, a little man in a fell-covered hat and an orange bow tie, a wide, malicious face contorted with concentration as he took aim again. "Peeves!" yelled an angry voice. "Peeves, come down here at once!" Professor McGonagall, deputy headmistress and head of Gryffindor House, had come dashing out of the great hall. He skidded on the wet floor and grabbed Hermione around the neck to stop herself falling. "Ouch! Sorry, Miss Granger." "That's all right, Professor," Hermione gasped, massaging her throat. "Peeves, get down here now!" barked Professor McGonagall, straightening her pointed hat and glaring upwards through her square-rimmed spectacles. "Not doing nothing," cackled Peeves, lobbing a water bomb at several fifth-year girls who screamed and dived into the great hall. Already met, aren't they, little squirts? Whee! And he aimed another bomb at a group of second years who had just arrived. I shall call the headmaster, shouted Professor McGonagall. I'm warning you, Peeves. Peeves stuck out his tongue, threw the last of his water bombs into the air, and zoomed off the marble staircase, cackling insanely. Well, move along then, said Professor McGonagall sharply to the bedraggled crowd. Into the great hall. Come on. Harry, Ron and Hermione slipped and slid across the entrance hall and through the double doors on the right, Ron muttering furiously under his breath as he pushed his sopping hair off his face. The great hall looked its usual splendid self, decorated for the start of term feast. Golden plates and goblets gleamed by the light of hundreds and hundreds of candles floating over the tables in mid-air. The 4 long house tables were packed with chattering students. At the top of the hall, the staff sat along one side of the 5th table facing their pupils. It was much warmer in here. Harry, Ron and Hermione walked past the Slytherins, the Ravenclaws and the Hufflepuffs and sat down with the rest of the Gryffindors at the far side of the hall, next to nearly headless Nick, the Gryffindor ghost. Pearly white and semi-transparent, Nick was dressed tonight in his usual doublet, with a particularly large ruff, which served the dual purpose of looking extra festive and ensuring that his head didn't wobble too much on his partially severed neck. Good evening, he said, beaming at them. Says who? Said Harry, taking off his trainers and emptying them of water. Don't they hurry up with the sorting? I'm
sorry, this
starving.
is pretty boring. But
The sorting with the
yeah,
took place at the start of every
hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, hit that, smash that like button down below. I don't care how many likes we get.
A highly excited, breathless voice called down the table. Hiya, Harry! It was Colin Creevy, a 3rd year to whom Harry was something of a hero.
So yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe
Guess what,
button.
Harry? My brother started.
I'm gonna try and
Good, said Harry.
upload every day, like one of these every day or something else every day. If I don't, then don't blame me for school and everything.
Yeah, alright.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, see you guys all in the next video. Bye!